Wow, we sure have gotten good at counting. Now I'm going to compare some even bigger numbers since we can count that high. Numbers all the way up to 20. So let's take a look at my counters. Here I have a group of red counters and a group of yellow counters, and I want to know which group has more. Well, first I should line them up so that I know how many are in each group. When I line items up, I like to put them into rows of 10. It just helps me see how many are in each row even easier. So first I make my rows of 10. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, there's 10. Now below that I have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Wow, I have 17 red counters. I'm glad I lined them up so I could see them more easily. Now let's do my yellow. Put them in rows of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then down here in my second row, I have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so in the top group, I have 17. I might even write that off to the side just to make sure that I know. 17. Excellent. And then in my bottom group, I have 15. So now I want to compare. I want to find the group that is smaller. Well, if I have 17 in my red group and 15 in my yellow group, then the group that is smaller or has less is obviously the group with 15. When I count 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, I get to 15 first, which means it's a smaller number. I can also see that I have a few more red counters than I do yellow counters. So yellow, 15, must be smaller or have less than my big red group. Here I have my red group once again, and my yellow group. I might even switch them around. You never know what we're gonna do. So I want to compare my groups and figure out which group has more or has a bigger amount in it. So I need to line them up in rows of 10, count how many I have, and then see which number is bigger. So here in yellow, I want to make a group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then I only have one left over to be all by itself in that bottom row. He looks lonely. So then in my red group, I also want to put them into a line of 10. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then in my second row, I have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So I said in my top group with the yellow, I have 11. And in my bottom group with red, I have 16. Well, if we want to compare these numbers, I want to know which group has a bigger number of counters. Well, bigger. I can tell by looking at the numbers here that I have more in my red group. It goes much longer. So that is the bigger number. 16 is bigger than 11. I can also double check that by thinking about the way that I count. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 comes later, which means it's a big number. I keep counting up to it. So I know that 16 is the bigger number and 11 is the smaller number. One more, let's try again. So now I have a yellow group and a red group again. Let's figure out how many I have in each group and see which group is bigger and which group is smaller. We'll put them into rows of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, and 13. Okay, now it's the red group's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. and 11, 12, and 13. Okay, so which group is bigger? Oh, I said 13 for both of them, didn't I? I have 13 yellow counters and 13 red counters. So neither group is bigger and neither group is smaller. Both groups have the same number of counters in them. We could even line them up right next to each other, put them all in one straight row, just like we did with our smaller numbers, and push them next to each other just to prove that there are 13 of each color. Look at that. Each yellow has a red, each red has a yellow. There are exactly 13 of each of those. So now we know how to compare numbers all the way up to 20. We know that we put them into their two different groups and look at them side by side, count how many are in each group, and then see which group is bigger and which group is smaller.